we go. We're good.
All right.
Good.
In goal is number 40, John Amoa. Number 2, Mohammed Lamidi. Number 4, Sam McCrary. Number 11, Cristiano Delgado. Number 14, Gaza Miller. Number 20, Reese Gilmore. Number 21, Frank McGrail. Number 23, Elliot Goodwin. Number 24, Samuel Apaya. Number 26, Ilhan Dervisevich. And number 29, Max Youngerman. Assistant
Hello and welcome to our Marvin Owens Stadium for the last time this season as the final home game for AFC Columbia kicks off against Pearl City Soccer Club, making the trip down from Iowa. So far, AFC Columbia looking to stay pace at the top of the Gateway Division in the MWPL. Hello and welcome to our Marvin Owens Stadium for the last time this season as the final home game for AFC Columbia kicks off against Pearl City Soccer Club, making the trip down from kicked off. That one is pushed back towards Rocky Moses so far, in the back line. Columbia looking to on the far stay side pace at the deep kick top down, of the Gateway is going to be collected by John Amoa. Hello and welcome to our Marvin Owens Stadium for the last time this season as the final home game for AFC. He's good. Yeah. That one is kicked up and out. Kept alive by... No, I muted it on YouTube. We should be good. Now, AFC Columbia along the near side will hold possession. That one pushed back into Ilhan Dervisevic. Into the middle, Mahad Lamidi kicks it off. And that will be a ball to Pearl City. You're more than welcome to check it again whenever you're ready. Pearl City, lots of contact, but will hold possession before being rid off by Lamidi and back to Amoa. Now Amoa kicks it along the far side to Grease Gilmore, one of the other defenders. Over by this Columbia faithful crowd here. Amoa holds control before kicking it along the side to Lamidi, but he can't quite reach it, as that will be taken over by Pearl City, watched under the eyes of Victor Mendoza. Held along by Pearl. Back to Moses. Moses kicks it along the back line. That is Mitchell Guterridge. Before that one is kicked away, McCrary to the back line. Kick deep, McGrail. Guterridge with the touch. Another touch. And held alive by Pearl City. So that one skips away from the visitors. It will go out of bounds for Columbia. Going to collect that one, number 29, Max Youngerman, the defenseman. Now, that'll be called a foul on Pearl City. Kicked across the field. Lamidi going to try and feed it to Samuel Apaya, it looks like. Lamidi now going to try and feed it through the middle. Elliot Goodwin, the captain for today's match, plays it back to Lamidi, taking its slow approach. Apaya's been open several times. Breck McGrail, hand fighting. Comes away with it to Apaya along the near side. Apaya goes one-on-one. Footstep. Into the box. Takes a shot off of McGrail, and that one covered up by goalkeeper Alfredo Piedra. Piedra, as a goalkeeper, rocking the black kit. Pearl City with whites, using gold trims. AFC in their dark blues. That one quickly turned over. McCrary now feathers it in. Right on the outside of the box, giving chase. Pearl City can't force it out. Kept alive by Cristiano Delgado. Youngerman pushes it towards the middle. Ilhan turns it over. Pearl City looking to gain numbers, but slows up towards the midfield before it is collected there by Gaza Miller. Miller quickly works it back to the steady hand of Amoa before getting it back himself. Now Gaza Miller in the midfield. Along the near side, Sam Apaya has it headered off a Pearl City player. Working one-on-one is Lamidi. Touches off of a Pearl City player. Head coach Victor Mendoza does not like the call. Along the near side, back to Amoa. Pushes it to the far side. Gilmore. Now back to Amoa. Very patient AFC Columbia attack here. Now to Youngerman. Coming out of the back line. We'll feather it to the other side. Ilhan in the middle with space. Takes a step. Now pushes it into the middle. McCrary feeds it to Gilmore. Now a cross attempt. Apaya one-on-one is shoved, but no foul call there to Ilhan. Along the mid-side, Delgado feeds Ilhan. Ilhan is attacked into the middle. McCrary, give-and-go action. That one by Delgado will get to it first. Kicked out, and will be called a goal kick just off of the foot of Delgado. Great job by the Pearl City defender there. Appeared to be Mitchell Guteridge on the touch. A goal kick incoming for Alfredo Piedra. Piedra taking his time as we are just about 5 minutes into this contest here. Lays it down, sends out his attackers. No one within 10 yards of the box. Now the deep kick hits along the ground. McGrail now a forward touch. Apaya one-on-one. It takes one touch. Is tackled. And no foul call there. Apaya is down on the ground. Fans here irate with the call. Pearl City working the other way. Off one touch. Apaya still down on the other side. Feather back to Amoa. Now to the middle. Touch. Lamidi turns it over. Apaya is still down. There's a lot of conversation had between the ref and AFC Columbia captain Elliot Goodwin as he goes to check on Apaya. Looks like he's able to go without a sub, so he will slowly jog his way back towards the midline. Tries to shake off that tackle. That one. Pearl City on the attack by the midline. That one touched off of McCrary after some fancy footwork. Throw in from Keaton Johnson. Now Johnson, the throw in into the box. Headed away by Youngerman and kicked away by Ilhan. Now McGrail going to pressure on the other end. That's Rocky Moses with the ball. Kicks it back to Piedra. On the far side. Now pushed into the middle, a run, but is gobbled up by Gaza Miller to Reese Gilmore. Gilmore. Pass goes back. Ilhan with one touch. Surrounded, now busts out of it to the midfield. McGrail. Little give-and-go action isn't quite there. Pearl City turns it over. Gilmore with space and men. Gilmore touches it back. Now McGrail along the near side. Can't quite get a touch on it. That will go in his Pearl City ball. A touch in the midfield there by Andres Manjarres. Held in the midfield. That one pushed along. Manjarres with space. Youngerman with the touch. That one kicked, and John Amoa in his his orange kit swallows that one up. Now Apaya still looking just fine. Now a nice little touch there. Avoids a tackle. Gets it to McGrail. McGrail finds Ilhan. Ilhan to Delgado. Delgado has that one stolen away. Now Pearl City will immediately rebound on the counterattack. The attack through the middle. Gaza Miller touches it back to Amoa. Gilmore loses his time and space. Now to Goodwin. Another touch there from Elliott. Now Delgado trying to feather this one in. Looking for someone, anyone. Or excuse me, that is now Delgado after receiving the pass from Gilmore to Goodwin. Goodwin explodes through. A touch and eventually kicked away by Pearl City. Held in the midfield by Johnson. Johnson kicks it along the middle before turning it over to Youngerman. Youngerman Chase survives a tackle and gets it over to Gilmore. Gilmore Goodwin. Goodwin surrounded. Makes a nice touch. Pushes it in. Samuel Apaya frees McGrail, but can't quite get the touch on it. That one hits nobody. And that will be an AFC Columbia throw-in from the danger zone. That one touched away from Lamidi. No foul as Apaya to the middle, but only Pearl City jerseys there. McCrary finds it. A shot. That one kicked off the goaltender. Goodwin, and he scores! The celebratory Elliot Goodwin, after scoring 2 goals in the last game against St. Louis Stars, scores another here to open the scoring in the 11th minute as the captain is on the board first for AFC. A big moment here for Elliot Goodwin, the third-time member of AFC Columbia. Going to take himself a water day. It's hot and humid here in Columbia, folks. These clouds are doing their best, but they can only do so much, as the only thing hotter than the day outside is the AFC Columbia offense as they hold an early 1-0 lead.
Goal in the 11th minute for the Blues from the captain, number 23, Elliot Goodwin.
Now up to Pearl City to respond after several good early offensive attacks. Good job by McCrary to put that one on net. Goalkeeper can't swallow it up, and Goodwin takes full advantage. Now, held in the midfield. Goodwin immediately looking for more. Held inside by Manjares. Mitchell. Turned over. That one once again turned over. Johnson along the left side, right on the edge of the box. Johnson tries to work around some defenders. Johnson into the box, has numbers, but is kicked away by Gaza Miller, and that will be the first corner kick, I believe, for either team. And it goes to Pearl City as they trail 1-0.
11.
Now Pearl City wasting no time, loading up the box. The throw in. Held in there by Gilmore and immediately pushed out of the box. Pearl City pushes it back in. Touch there from Youngerman. And that is an offsides call against Pearl City. And AFC quickly going to put this one back into play. As looks like it was a little too fast for the referee's liking, as we're going to take it back into the box as Amoa forced to slow things down. Held by Gaza Miller. Miller, one touch, back to Youngerman. Youngerman to Gilmore, back to Youngerman again. No rush to attack this Pearl City offense with the lead. Miller to the middle, one touch from McCrary to Ilhan, looking to force someone. Now to Delgado. Delgado with the cross in. Touched out by Pearl City, but will result in a throw-in for AFC Columbia. Going over to collect it, Reese Gilmore. Still no substitutions made for either team early on in this contest. With the hold of it, Gilmore. Several members in the box. That one to the middle, McGrail. No, Apaya, now McGrail. That one's kicked out of the box. One touch, one-on-one. Lamidi can't quite get to it. Apaya can't get to it either. We're stuck in the middle. Now Pearl City avoids the foul call down the near side. Chase Wakefield can't quite get to it as Miller works around him. McCrary along the near side. Cross through, can't quite send Goodwin for. Now McCrary has it stolen away. One touch, Trying to hit Wakefield through the middle. Wakefield one-on-one with Youngerman, but Youngerman will beat him to it. Applies a little bit of pressure, but Amoa works his way back. Amoa along the far side. Delgado. Ilhan with space. Takes a dribble. Now looks for a cross attempt. Finds a pie to flip the field. Has Blues jerseys surrounding him. Along the near side, Lamidi. And that one just pushed out of play. Pearl City gets it up to Wakefield on an early flipping attack. Forward is kick back to Manjarres. Manjarres taken one-on-one by Ilhan. Little give and go action, but is converged upon and taken by Goodwin. Now Ilhan with a tough touch. That one double pushed back to Amoa in his orange jumpsuit. Youngerman to Miller. Miller. Now the cross. Can't come back. Apaya. Apaya. Space, one-on-one into the box. Danger zone. That shot is collected and just gobbled up by Piedra. Goodwin was looking for the same thing. Can't tell if he's talking to him about it or is just watching him like a hawk. Wakefield in the middle. Pass along to Manjarres. Manjarres feeds it through. He's onside. Cantado to the middle. That one hit off Youngerman. Lucky bounce. One-on-one, but Gilmore able to force that one out with the help of Youngerman. Ilhan on the counterattack. Now sends Delgado. Delgado in one-on-one and has it. We'll wait for reinforcements. Back to Goodwin, but it is turned over. AFC still applying pressure, but the turnaround for Pearl City. Approaching the midfield. Consistent dribbling here from the visitors. We'll work it back towards their own end, but turns it over. McGrail has it in space. Plays it back to Apaya. Those two is a dynamic duo. Now back to McGrail along the near side, looking for a cross maybe. Back, but it is going out of play to Pearl City. Along the closer third to the middle. Pushed across the middle. Now Wakefield sends a runner. That's Manjarres on the edge of the box. Manjarres avoids it. Trying to draw a foul, no call. Lamidi has it stolen away. Amoa, diving save. Right outside the box. The shot attempt deflected away by McCrary. Good combination work from McCrary and Amoa to keep this team away from the goal. Pushed along to the far side. That's Youngerman. Has plenty of space. Will take it. Now, a deep pass. Headed away by Pearl City. Good advancement to get into the offensive side of the field for AFC. Now Lamidi. To the middle. Backside. Youngerman back to Miller. A little bit of do-si-do action. To the middle. Now back, Goodwin. Goodwin, McCrary. Now pushed across the middle. Wakefield one-on-one. Crossed in, but taken away by Gaza Miller. Miller to Lamidi. Lamidi, but will turn it over. Pearl City smelling blood in the water. Push back. To the middle before taken away by Johnson. Johnson across the middle. Now taken by Wakefield in the center of the field. Manjarres right outside the box with a touch. Dribbles it through. Still holds it. Now Wakefield skies it, and that goes up and over into the nearby parking lot, going to be collected by a spectator.
Goal kick, Columbia.
Looks like we're going to have our first sub of the day, and it's going to come from the camp of Pearl City.
Coming on for Pearl City, number 17, Sammy Carrasco.
Sammy Carrasco entering his first appearance. Limited lineup here for Pearl City. Again, a lengthy trip, so as a result, only 2 subs or 13 players total for the squad. Again, 2 full lineups here if necessary for AFC Columbia. The advantage of being home. This home field advantage been very nice to AFC. Their only struggle came in a 3-1 loss against the St. Louis Stars, but were able to rectify that with a 4-1 win on the road last Wednesday. We are approaching the first water break territory for both these teams, as both their teams trying to catch their breaths. Carrasco jogs onto the pitch.
Thank you. Yes. And they're all still in touch.
Now that one pushed back into play. Youngerman pushes it across the middle. AFC looking to add on to their lead. Kick back. Goodwin. Miller. Again to the middle. Lots of contact, but held back. Little give and go action. Apaya has that one kicked away. Now to the middle. Pearl City working the other way. Manjara. Excuse me, Manjarres now to Wakefield. Wakefield in the middle. Tries to flip the sides. To the middle. Now pushed over. Now Goodwin feeds it through. Grail. Now Gilmore has it kicked away. Got ourselves some subs as coming on Tyson Konechnik.
Missouri, number 5, Tyson Konechnik. Number 28, Miles Andrews.
Miles Andrews joining the fray.
And number 32, Diego Umana.
And same with Diego Umana. Very forward-heavy approach here from AFC Columbia.
Konechnik, I think.
Now after 3 changes, hitting the 24th minute here, approaching that first water break. Now McGrail still in the game with a 1-touch. Turns it over to number, that appears to be, never mind, turned over back to Goodwin. Goodwin to the middle.
Oh, look at that.
Onside, never mind, called offside as number 28, Miles Andrews, gets in the game and is immediately looking for a goal and just gives a little shrug. Hey, just not quite where you need to be, kid. in the middle. Pushed in. Pearl City now on a run. Before that one is turned over, appears to be Gilmore. Ilhan still in the middle.
Yeah.
Feeds it to Andrews. He's onside this time. Makes a singular touch. Turns it over. Held by Menjarez. Got the lie by Wakefield. Wakefield touch. Now Goodwin holds it in the midfield. Explosive, like a jackrabbit. To Ilhan. That one is turned over to the middle. Menjarez works one-on-one against Ilhan Diversaric. It's a big matchup. Tried to send Pearl City on a run, but that one will lazily roll towards John Amoa, who picks it up. Now the kick. And we hit ourselves. That looks like they're going to say that he handled it with his hands outside the box. That was right around the edge of the box, but and so that one will be a free kick right outside of the box. No card, I suppose, and you can't really call it a penalty kick because it occurred right outside the box. As patron of Blues gonna have to hold their walk. Now, a massive wall put up from AFC, including the player lying down. It's I wish I could give you his number, but it's hard to see through all the socks. Yeah, that's Elliot Goodwin, the ultimate strategist himself. That's 3 Pearl City players surrounding it. The immediate kick, that one touched away by Ilhan, and will result in a corner kick for Wakefield.
Corner kick, Pearl City.
Now, yet another corner kick for Pearl City. Wasting no time. Now, almost the entire team in the box. Pushed in. One touch, but it's held to the outside of the box. And kicked out McGrail. Now with a big kick, Andrews working one-on-one. He's got the edge. He's got the ball. Andrews outside of the box. Nifty maneuvers into the middle. Umanya now kicked away. Goodwin in the middle. Plenty of space around him now to Umana, or excuse me, that's to Kanishnik with the ball. Right on the outside of the box. That one is taken over by Menjarez. Back along that near side. That one skied into the air. Gaza Miller looking to get under it, and he does. Rode heavily by a Pearl City player. A lot of contact, hand fighting. And that will go in the books as a throw in for AFC. Lamidi back to Miller. Miller flips the field to Youngerman, who decides he doesn't want it and gets it back. To Lamidi.
Yeah,
Lamidi. Now to Youngerman again. Youngerman to Goodwin, surrounded by white jerseys and able to box out the defender. We'll get another chance. Nishnik wide open in the midfield, but we'll push it back to Youngerman. Youngerman. And out on the dark part of the stripes here on our Marvin Owens field. To Miller. Push through. Ilhan. Now, after the turn, to McGrail. McGrail, pressure by 2. Forces a turnover. No, Umana saves it. Ilhan. I believe that's Gilmore. Now to Goodwin. Pushes it in. Now a pass back to Gilmore. Or Goodwin, excuse me. Goodwin is pressure but uses speed to get away. Gilmore on the near edge. Gets by a defender. Back to Goodwin. Goodwin the cross. And a split saving play, but Ilhan tries to get a shot on net. Andrews onside, but just whiffs the kick. And it goes out and hits our cameraman Bryce Bayard, pulling double duty here today.
Goal kick, Pearl City.
Pearl kick for Piedra at the 30th minute here. We're also about 2/3 through this first half. Piedra kicks that one away. Konishnik gets it over, but that one turned over by Lamidi. Good little touch there from Manjarez. Manjarez gets it back. Now a kick into Wakefield. Wakefield worked with Miller. Now Miller able to come over. That one will be ruled a goal kick, I think, and it will be a goal kick. See that Pearl City doesn't like it, but appear to be the common consensus for most. Amoa taking his time as we've got ourselves a sub.
Coming on for Pearl City, number 15, Contalanza.
Contalanza entering the game for Martin Menjivar. Amoa. Youngerman. To Miller right outside the edge of his box. Now a cross in to no man's land and taken rightfully so by Pearl City. Wakefield. Looking to go somewhere with it. Feeds it across. Now to Wakefield. Wakefield pushes it back towards Lanza, but Manjarez takes it instead. Manjarez, but good touch there by Goodwin to force the turnover. Into the middle. Andrews trying to direct traffic. Now a through ball. Umana. That one's touched. Umana keeps it. Still in. One move. And it's on the edge of the goal, but is saved out. Pearl City able to avoid the attack from Umana. But another throw in here for AFC. Looking to extend this lead. Lamidi now to Andrews. Andrews now looking to cross it. Just goes a little too far. And that will be deemed out of bounds. Still a 1-0 lead for AFC Columbia.
Goal kick, Pearl City.
A lot of rapid fire action in this game thus far. Piedra to Mitchell. Mitchell holds it to Sammy. Sammy now with a deep pass. The counterattack from Pearl City into the middle. Right by the edge of the box. Good steal by Max Youngerman. Immediately flipping the field. Works himself past the midfield. No one wants to take him. He finds himself stuck as he is. It's a lot of contact, but no foul call. But Andrews, space. Has all the time in the world. What's he going to do? Works to the edge of the box. Keeps working. Fancy feet. As he is tackled. But no call. Definitely can feel the argument in the box, but it will go in the books as a corner kick and a yellow for arguing for a Pearl City player that appears to be number 5, Keaton Johnson, one of their defenders.
Corner kick, Columbia.
Looks like it's Ilhan Diversaric taking the corner kick. Using his feet to try and feather this one into the zone. Reset. And the right away. Cross-court action into the middle. That one pushed away by appear to be Mitchell. Nishnik, one touch. Back to Andrews. Andrews with Diversaric behind him. Andrews to the middle. One touch right on the edge of the box and will be pushed in as another corner kick.
Corner kick, Columbia.
Andrews done a great job of creating action into the box, but hasn't been able to find success in actually getting any shots here yet. Furrow and Gott will be coming into the game.
Coming on for AFCC, number 22, Jordan Farrell. And number 3, Lake Gott.
So those two will make their first appearances in the game. As that will, I believe. So instead now, Elliot Goodwin will take the corner kick. Goodwin, the kick towards the middle, headed away immediately. No touch there, and never mind, it will be held in. Or excuse me, it will be another corner kick. There's the corner towards the middle, but high pointed by Pearl City. Triple touch, and it's out of the box. Kicked away at Wakefield. Wakefield starting the attack. Feathered through to the middle with space. Sammy on the edge of the box makes a move. Sammy makes another move. Touch saved by Amoa. Sammy's not done. Pushes it back. Lanza. Now to Wakefield, who started this attack, but hasn't turned over. Now on the counter attack. A lot of blue jerseys, especially in the midfield. What appears to be a 5-on-4 rush. Miles Andrews to the middle. Tries to feather it through, but just too much space. Stepping on the foot is Farrow. And able to take down the tree that is Mitchell Goodridge. This one will be pushed all the way back to the Pearl City side as we hit the 36th minute. Got ourselves a whistle. After the reset. Now the ball put into play. To the middle. Along the far side. Now, jersey pulling, and will be going the books as a foul against Gotts. After the jersey pulling. Now, Pearl City, again on the edge of the box. Wakefield using the speed. Once again guarded by Gott. Slips and falls. Gott is touched. And now will receive the benefits from that foul. As so far, Wakefield trying to argue his cause, but the ref's not hearing him out. Left alone for Amoa as the rest of the offense continues to slowly meander their way downfield. Amoa in the neon orange suit. Miller slowly walking ahead to McGrail, who kicks it back. Konechnik now back to McGrail. Trail from behind. Now the Pearl City gets ahead of him. McGrail along the near side, taken down hard, and sure enough will be called a foul on Pearl City. A little bit of a bump there. Appear to be Sammy. Called for the foul, number 17 coming off the bench. Sure enough, Sammy. Now 2-for-1, Andrews and Gilmore. Gilmore will take it. Slowly works his way towards the middle. Now a cross attempt in, pushed out by Mitchell Guteridge. Gott with a touch, kicked away to the middle. Andrews with space, goes to his favorite part. Now the kick in, that's deflected, but is saved by Piedra. On the counterattack, Wakefield. He's known to be explosive. Along the far side. Held in, chased. Continuing to be chased. Wakefield, touch towards the middle. Right on the edge of the box. Trailed by Gott. Nearly rides a defender to 2-on-1. A lot of contact. And will be called a goal kick. The Pearl City player gets up after no foul call.
Goal kick, Columbia.
Got ourselves a sub, Breck McGrail, after playing the first 40 minutes. The Fiery Ginger are going to take a seat for a minute here. As replacing him,
Columbia, number 6, Gershom Lobo.
as you may have heard, Gershom Lobo will be taking the field. Been a consistent part of this AFC attack. Held along the back line by Amoa. Now Goodwin in the midfield. Kicked away, but will still be AFC Columbia. They're working fast. Gott in the middle. Andrews back to Gott. Feeds Andrews. Andrews has it turned over by Pearl City. They control right on the edge of their own box. Wakefield feeds it along. Sammy. Sammy. Now the throw to Wakefield. Touched by Lamidi. Lamidi, Lobo. Now gets it away. Sammy. 1-on-1. Held along the side. A lot of hand fighting. Along the side. Andrews chases after it. Makes a touch. Has it, but is ridden off by Pearl City. And a no foul, but it is out of bounds off of Elliot Goodwin. So Pearl City take it right by the equipment share sign, one of our official sponsors of the day. Sure enough, Pearl City taking their time as we hit the 42nd minute, about to hit the 43rd minute in the first half between AFC Columbia and Pearl City. Again, AFC Columbia leading 1-0 after an early goal from captain Elliot Goodwin, who scored twice in their last game against the St. Louis Stars. Cross in Wakefield is way offside, and everyone can see that within a 2-mile radius, including the cops who made their way away from the stadium. Now Miller. Over to Youngerman. To Gaza. Takes his time. Back to the midfield. Elliot Goodwin with speed. Looking for someone, anyone. Forced to go back. Now along the far side. Held at a touch. To Farrow. Farrow. Andrews. Working from the other side. Towards the edge of the box. Tries to go to the middle, but is swallowed up by Mitchell. One touch from Wakefield to the far side. Pearl City. Right by the middle. Chased by Andrews, and sure enough, that will not be a foul. Great tackle there by Andrews. Pearl City in some noticeable pain. That one pushed to the outside and will go in the books as a corner for AFC.
Corner kick, AFC.
That one simply awaiting whichever AFC player is ready to take it, as 43-43 shown on the clock. Taking that appears to be Gershom Lobo. Now pushes it towards the middle. Umana can't get a touch. Kanishnik has it kicked away by Wakefield. Now the charge. Youngerman takes a risk but turns it over. Gets back in front of it through the middle. Sammy to the near side. That's a Eric Conterero. Pushed back to kick cross. Andrews kicked up towards Miller. Can't reach a touch, but Lobo touches. That's a lot of contact, but still no foul call. As Amoa holds it to the middle. Headed away by Pearl City. Now in control. Johnson. Johnson through the middle. Sammy. Sammy with the touch. Now to Wakefield, right on the edge. Called on side for now. Sure enough, towards the line. As Amoa able to pick it up with his hands and keeps it in. Hitting 45th minute mark. In minute 45. As not expecting a lot of extra time, or added time. Now, Miles Andrews has it kicked away and goes in the book. As Mitchell Guteridge really thought that one went off of Miles Andrews and is letting everybody who can is within earshot hear it, especially the boys in green. Our lovely referee crew today. Gershom Lobo once again did not elevate the last corner kick. Might try something different. Umana works towards the near post. Now that one kicked in towards Umana. Touched away to the edge of the box. Umana tries a box out. Now Pearl City kicks it out. Touches off Goodwin. And Pearl City will flip the tide at the 46th minute. Just about 2 minutes left in the half. Pearl City looking for something. Taking a nice walk. A real nice walk. Took about 12 steps, and then the referee just had to push him back. Now a reset period here. Wakefield towards the end. I believe that's Manjarez. Pushed along. Taking away Lobo. Lobo turns the middle, but Wakefield takes it right back. Wakefield chased by Konishnik. Back, that's Manjarez. Taken away by Konishnik. One-on-one with Andrews. And that was Rocky Moses. Towards the far side. Now stolen away by Konishnik. With space. One final chance, but just can't send Umana. Pushed just far as we hit our inside. Less than a minute remaining in this half. Mitchell is going to go ahead and throw that one away to another Pearl City player continuing to throw it up ahead. Might have gotten away with a step there, but it's a foul call. Now Pearl City. And a quick take, but Goodwin reads it. Now pushes it in. Andrews, one-on-one. Does he have the speed? Makes a touch, but is taken down. Is going to continue to whoosh. No foul call. Andrews, one-on-one, has Umana with him. The shot, and Umana pushes it just wide. The frustration is belting as a prime opportunity is ruined heading into the half. But AFC Columbia leads in chances, leads in the hearts, and leads on the scoreboard. 1-2-0. You've been listening to AFC Columbia. Please join us for the second half, which will be starting shortly.
Equipment Share is a proud founding partner of AFC Columbia. Equipment Share is excited to bring semi-pro soccer back to mid-Missouri to their young backyard. Equipment Share is an equipment rental and technology solutions company with multiple Columbia homes. They are always with you with problem solvers to join their team and find your quality. So when you're looking for better ways, equipmentshare.com/careers. Central Missouri's #1 ranked pizza is a proud sponsor of the inaugural season of Missouri Green and proud sponsor of the locations across Missouri, Jefferson City, Columbia, Springfield, and Republic. What you find there will keep you coming back as it has for over 4 decades. Ben Gray, Hunt, and Sniper is here to help you with both your legal needs. Call to a dedicated, aggressive, and knowledgeable representation to help you in your time of need. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be made solely on advertisements. So call Ben Gray, Hunt, and Sniper to see if they are the right choice for you. Serving all of Central Missouri.
So good. That's the best spot.
Life will throw challenges our way, and you never know what someone might be facing. If you or someone you know needs support, whether it's thoughts of suicide or mental health or substance use crisis, 988 can help. Maybe you just need someone to talk to. There is hope. Just call, text, or chat 988. You are not alone. The lifeline works. Learn more at 988. That's Missouri988.org. Well, AFC will be on the road for their next two matchups after a holiday break in mid-July. Two top-of-the-table matchups against the Cedar Rapids Inferno and then the I-70 Cup against our old rivals from St. Louis Ajax. You can follow all the information about AFC Columbia on social media. Remember, our club shop powered by 573 is now open. Just join us, of course, and also online as well. This shop has club shirts, hats, and a lot more. You can shop online anytime at 573pc.com. Local relationships, national sales experience, realtor, advertising, marketing, selling, buying. Your real estate goals are their mission. 573 Realty is brought to you by Katie Becker, Aaron Hendershot, and Ben Bowser. Missouri licensed real estate brokers specializing in Columbia and the surrounding area. Whether you're buying, selling, or both, they are there for you a step away. Check them out at 573hometeam.com. If it's been a while since you had your use check, Dr. Dan Harcourt says OEPC would love to ensure that you catch all the AFC Columbia action as quickly as possible. Dr. Dan has been practicing optometry and locally for almost 40 years. He is now to take care of your vision and can also help stop preventatives. In downtown Overland, Dan Harcourt and his staff, proud sponsors of AFC Columbia. At Vessel Bridges on Food, they support the community and their employees and clients live and work. The services provided to their clients are performed by their vet resources, their people. Like AFC Columbia, they have a passion for this community and for soccer. They are excited for a great reason. VPM represents employers and insurers in Missouri and Illinois. Their core focus is workers' compensation defense and employment law. They have offices all over the state. Proud to call Columbia home. To learn more about VPM, visit their website, vpmlaw.com. Vessel Bridges Murphy Law Offices. All right, we're getting ready to do our tennis ball toss here before anybody
And welcome back to the second half of AFC Columbia versus Pearl City. Bunch of opportunities for both teams, especially for the hosting Blues, but held to only one goal scored by Captain Elliot Goodwin. We'll look to expand on that lead. Keep it protected. So, kicking off, Diego Umana back out there on this side. We'll work with Elliot Goodwin. Kick back, Goodwin to the midsection. Immediately on the attack, Andrews takes it on the ground, pushed Wakefield back along the far side. Now Umana giving chase, can't get to it. Giving chase is Gershom Lobo. He can't get to it, and that will be called a foul on Lobo. And a free kick here. Might see the referee tighten things off after a pretty loose first half. Only one card given to, I believe it was Mitchell Guteridge. And very few fouls called. A lot of stuff let go for both teams. Now, in attacking Pearl City. Faced with several Blues around him. Lobo kicks it away right into the Aris Pizza sign. But will be as a throw-in for Pearl City. The toss. Kicked away by McCrary. McCrary finds another Blue with space. The kick away. Still held. For it is recollected by Wakefield. Wakefield with some space. Wakefield pushes it in. That is Diallo. Diallo making his first splash of the game. Now Wakefield, the shot goes up and wide. As the sun continues to set on this lovely afternoon, or evening, I suppose, from Columbia College and our Marvin Owens Field. Amoa in control. Takes his time. Now fires it along. One touched. Two touched. Now back to Miller. Kicked ahead. Back to the midfield. Now kicked away. Ilhan holds it. Kicks it along to Goodwin. Goodwin with the spin move. Now back to McCrary. Sam McCrary kicks it along on the midside. I believe that's Lobo. Lobo tried to feed Goodwin, but turns it over to Mitchell. Mitchell, Wakefield. Wakefield along the near side. And touch away by Reese Gilmore. Now Pearl City with the throw. Now Wakefield in the middle puts it up and over McCrary. Kicked away. A shot attempt goes way wide for number 8, Eric Cantarero. And we'll go on the books as a goal kick for John Amoa. As I believe that will indeed go in the books as a shot. Now McCrary in the midfield. Now. Out along the side, Lobo. Cross. Deflected away. Now McCrary with the immediate steal. Has some moves. Goodwin gets it back to McCrary. Looking for someone. Finds Gilmore. Gilmore feeds Andrews. Now Andrews feeds it back. McCrary. Been very active in this early in the second half. Andrews still along that side. And just a little too long. Andrews once again getting ahead of himself.
kick, Pearl City.
Results in a goal kick for Pearl City.
Okay, sure.
Now along the far side. Touch there by Umana. Now to Goodwin. Goodwin faces the tackle. And that one be a free kick for Columbia. Now quickly touched in. Ilhan is smothered. Gets away from two defenders. Spins around. Still looking for somebody. Pushes it back to the midfield area. Now to the middle. No, can't find anyone. Goodwin will chase it down with the speedster. Tries to chip it up and over. One touched. Kept alive by Gilmore. Taken down, but no foul call. And now Pearl City on the rush. Looking for anything. Now, kicked across. Looking towards the middle. Now, kicked in, deflected. And Pearl City, I have another throw in right by our concession stand. Now, pushed away by Lamidi. And Gaza Miller is fouled. And that will simply just get a talking to from the ref. No cards.
Goal kick, Columbia.
And a goal kick. Once again, for AFC Columbia. Now, Youngerman, time and space. Now, that one, great slide tackle there by Miles Andrews. Andrews through the middle. Now directing traffic, finds Goodwin, but has it turned over. Good touch there from Pearl City. Wakefield towards the middle with an immediate touch. Now a kick out by Miller. Ilhan and Goodwin can't fire it. Continue to just play footsie. Ilhan now takes control along the far side. Spinaroonie pushes it back. Takes a lot of contact from the attacking player. And that will go in the books as a yellow for a player's number that I cannot quite see. I believe that's Semi Kirasco. Been aggressive coming off the bench all game. AFC will slowly meander its way towards the box. This shot will be taken right in front of our dutiful sponsor, Equipment Share, who is a very grateful sponsor of AFC Columbia. Be sure to check them out in the local mid-Missouri area. Very grateful for their support. Free kick. Still taking in plus territory, but we'll be kicking to the side to Youngerman. Looks like he's going to be the one to feather this in. But continues. Finds space. Now feathers it. But it goes straight in on goal. Piedra bobbles it, but is able to recollect it in time.
Okay.
Push back. Pearl City pushes it back. Gaza Miller collects it with his chest. Now, Andrews. Andrews towards the middle. One touch. Pushes off a player, but can't quite get to it. And that will go in the books as a goal kick.
Goal kick, Pearl City. Proud for that after the match.
Pearl City turns it over. Lobo towards the midsection. Now, towards the inside. Pushed in. Lobo kicks it out. Ilhan looking to just get a shot, but turns it away. Now kept alive. Lamidi in the box. Tiptoe. On the far side, but can't quite find a man. Just missed. That, I believe that's Elliot Goodwin, and it is. Looking for his second goal. Wakefield and the rest of Pearl City on the counterattack. Things heating up on the far side. Pearl City right outside the box. Little drop action. Now Amoa swallows it up. We'll quickly transition to the other end. Gilmore leading the charge. Takes his time and pushes it back to Youngerman right on the edge of the box. Now McCrary still on the back line. Works it further. And we'll find Gilmore in space. Now, one touched over Umana with space right on the edge of the box. Gonna need to make a move. Kicks it off of a Pearl City player and a corner kick for AFC Columbia.
Corner kick AFCC.
Still looking for their first goal after Goodwin buried one early in the first 10 minutes. Taking this corner is going to be Gershom Lobo once again. Lobo been an invaluable piece off the bench thus far. Ilhan will go join him on the near side. The rest of the team hovering in the box, including a lot of contact on the near side. Pushed in towards the middle, deflected away by Pearl City. Gershom Lobo lets it go out. Now going to just throw it in to Umana. Umana, inside track in the box, deflected away, and another corner kick. Good work by Umana to force 2 corners in the last 2 minutes.
Corner kick AFCC.
Let's do this again, shall we? Now, Ilhan will join his teammates in the box. Now the kick in. Pushed up and away. Kept in. Lamidi. Surrounded. Pushes it back. McCrary. Towards the box. And Youngerman, the defenseman, looking for a goal, but is ruled offside. Piedra has control. As we're, I don't know exactly what is happening right now. It is called back for a foul all the way on the other side. So, turns out, possession given back to AFC along the near side. Lobo, looks like it's a set play. Lobo going to try and push this one into the box. Goes down the line, but it goes out. And off a touch. So Lobo earns himself another corner kick, much to the chagrin
Corner kick Columbia
of the visiting Pearl City.
Corner kick.
Looks like Ilhan and Lobo working their way to the edge of the box. Deaver Sarich pushes it back. Goodwin. Now, edge of the box. Touch in. Deaver Sarich. Looking for anything. Something. Now back. Lamidi. A touch. Nowhere to be found. Wakefield. Double touch. Pearl City. Trying to clear. And they finally do. Now trying a counterattack of their own. One-on-one. McCrary gets back in time. And so does the rest of the Blues defense. Kicked across. Not enough speed. Youngerman. A lot of contact on both ways. Now Youngerman, same lot of contact, but is called for it. Now, tides have turned and a free kick for Pearl City. As Elliot Goodwin, captain, doing his part for the team, forcing the ref to count out 10 steps, directing traffic. As these teams, him and Miles Andrews will go ahead and set up on the wall. Taking this one is Wakefield. Working on the back end, but is held towards the middle. Deflected away, Goodwin. Quickly on a counterattack, Goodwin. Burst of speed on his own. Kicked away to Umana. Umana followed right behind by Lobo. Umana taking it himself. Now the cross in. Gobbled up by Piedra. As we've hit the 60th minute, still a 1-0 AFC Columbia lead. Thank you for everyone who is tuning in. Thank you for all your support of AFC Columbia this season. This will be the final home game of the year, but the Blues will be back in action 2 more times on the road as they continue to battle for the Midwest Premier League Gateway Division winner. They will face the current leaders in Cedar Rapids Inferno on the road in Iowa. If you want to continue following AFC Columbia, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on everything around the club and any updated live streams for all the games this season and next year. Now Youngerman held in the midfield to Miller, forcing Pearl City to vacate. Kicks it far. Lobo in space at the midfield line. Back into their own end to Lamidi. Ilhan. Cracked up and over. Now Goodwin with space right outside the box. The touch in. Ilhan trips up and is clearly frustrated. Piedra works along the near side. Now Wakefield holds it for Pearl City across the midfield side. Slowly held right around the midfield line. Now the cross in. Wakefield pushed off by Gaza Miller. Miller has 2 on himself and is fouled. And that is going to be foul. And plenty of frustration will draw a yellow card from the hand of the referee. Don't quite have a number on the player yet. As a lot of contact on Gaza Miller, and then that frustration continued to boil over for Pearl City. Appears to be number 8, Eric Contarero, who is served as one of the primary attackers for the team. Both teams, especially AFC, using this as a breather. This is the first and only meeting between these 2 teams. Pearl City making the trip down from Iowa, one of the 3 teams in the MWPL represented from Iowa, the rest of the teams from either Missouri or Illinois. Now Moa controlling it in his Halloween-themed jumper. Now the cross from Momoa. Tossed away by Pearl City, working across the midfield immediately. Surrounded, gets it back. Now Goodwin fields it in space. Along the side, Lobo. Lobo holds it. Now a cross attempt, kicked out, and another corner coming for AFC.
Corner kick, Columbia. This is a Huffman Insurance corner kick.
As Gershom and Ilhan head over there to talk strategy. So we just hit the 63-minute mark. Now that one immediately ridden off by Pearl City, touched away by Ilhan. So a goal kick for Piedra and
Goal kick,
the visiting
Pearl City of
PCSC.
Henry Hunt and Snyder Insurance goal kick.
Piedra collects the troops, sends them all to the midfield. Now the kick. That one deflected away by Ilhan. One touch by Umana. Umana isn't going to get to it as that one passed back to Piedra. Now Gilmore in a 50-50. Wins it. Andrews pushes it back. Is held. But now goes back and crosses it out. And another corner kick for the Blues.
Corner kick, Columbia. Huffman Insurance corner kick.
was kind of frustrating last time, so yeah.
I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anyone come out. Or come together.
Now, Breck McGrail will re-enter the game. So will Samuel Apaya.
Also number 24, Samuel Apaya. And number 5, Tyson Kneznik.
And Tyson Konishnik will rejoin the rest of his team in the midfield.
Yeah.
Apaya pushes it in the midfield. Now a shot attempt, and it just goes up and over. The frustration for Ilhan is noticeable, but he will go to the other side to take this corner kick and increase this lead.
Corner kick, Columbia. This is a Huffman Insurance corner.
Now, Ilhan puts the hand up, kicks it in. That one deflected away. Pearl City has it on the edge of the box. That one kicked up and over by Miles Andrews. And a goal kick for Pearl City.
Goal kick, Pearl City. Andre Hunt and Snyder Insurance goal kick.
AFC has done a good job thus far when it comes to applying pressure, but still hasn't gotten that second goal to try and extend this lead. Pearl City now working backwards. Elliot Goodwin, energetic as ever. When be able to tell he's already played more than an hour. Amoa kicks it away. The 50-50 ball, won by Pearl. Held one-on-one, now kicked back. The one touch, no good. Gilmore splits the defense. Gilmore past midfield. Gilmore continues his run. Gilmore won't stop. Right to the edge of the box, kicks it in. Andrews needs to get a shot off here. Andrews tries to kick it away, finds himself a space, still space. Has 4 in front of him, now finds Ilhan. Ilhan has it taken away from him. Pearl City is loading the edge of the box. They are not allowing them within 20 feet of the goalkeeper. Now Miller, looking to see what he can do. Forces a defender on the ground. Now, Goodwin with some space. Looks to accelerate. Gilmore tried to feed it back. Faces it again. Now as that one just skips away from him. And that one will go in the books as they throw in for AFC. Or excuse me, for Pearl.
6 and 17 for
Got a couple of subs coming into the game. Re-entering for Pearl is Preston Kamara and Rocky Moses.
Said it's 6 and 17.
16-17.
Coming out from Pearl City, number 16, Rocky Moses.
And number 7, Preston Kamara.
Sorry about
that.
Now, that one just barely kept in by Pearl City, but Youngerman fields it. No handball called into the midsection. Apaya will give chase. Still giving chase. Pearl City working along the edge. Now McGrail. This team is itching for another goal. They're dying. They're vying. But Pearl City clears it out. In the midfield, Wakefield pushes it along, far side. Kick back. One-on-one action. Now wins the battle. Lamidi trails behind. Wakefield has some space. Now the cross. 50-50 goes up and over and will be called a foul on Pearl City, going over the back on Gilmore. Not happy with the call whatsoever. Yet another game that has been chippy from much more in the second half. That was Preston Kamara, who was just coming back into this game. Going to give everyone a breather here. Now Amoa loading up from his own box. We'll set it down. Pushes it in. Now, Pearl City in the midfield. Pushes it into the box. This will go in the books as a corner kick for Pearl City.
Corner kick, Pearl City. A Huffman Insurance corner kick.
Now, to push in, just clear it out. Now back into the box with space. That one off the post, not called offside, as that will roll out. Pandemonium ensues, but still our score remains the same.
Goal kick, Columbia. Avery Hunt and Snyder goal kick.
Now I'm once again. Now. Along the near side, or the far side, back outside the box. Now, pushed in, Wakefield. Shot from just outside the box, and it goes wide. Frustration seeping in for AFC Columbia as they continue to see their aggressiveness come back to bite them.
Goal kick, Columbia. Avery Hunt and Snyder goal kick.
Now Amoa clears it in space. Pushed up. Gilmore finds McGrail. One touch, two touch. Kicked away to Apaya. Apaya in space. Those two dynamic duo back again. Apaya settles it on the far side. Kicks it back to McGrail. Now, McGrail into the box. Pushed away. And on the other side, but will not go in the books as a corner kick. McGrail wastes no time and throws it in to Goodwin with a push back and another throw in as Wakefield kicks it away. This time Goodwin with the throw. This one settled down. Now into the box. Just kicked away from Ilhan. Now on the counterattack, Pearl City holds it. Works around Gaza Miller. Now a cross attempt into the box, no one home. Now Gilmore gonna have to make a move. Kicks it out, and John Amoa not pleased with how things are going this far. Now goes in the books as a foul, and we're going to be right outside the box here. Now, a wall of three here. It appears to be number 16, Rocky Moses with the shot. Now Moses faces a lot of attackers. Wakefield works his way into the box, deflected away, deflected out. No, it's still in the box. The header attempt to no one. Still pushed a lot, still pushed, nothing. And after all the commotion, John Amoa holds the ball, like a precious newborn. Takes a bounce before clearing that one out while still in the box this time. Now, along the near side. Pushed out by Miles Andrews. Pearl City still has 15 minutes, but they're treating it like they got no time left on a full-on attack. Push back. Along the far side. Kick to the edge. Slow approach here. Now Piedra. Deep kick across. One touched. But into the waiting legs of Lamidi. Now Youngerman. Back to Amoa. Now Amoa the kick. Now. Kicked across. McGrail has his time and space cut out. Missed touch by Kamara.
Coming on for Columbia, number 11, Cristiano Delgado, an equipment share substitution.
Now, to the middle. Deep kick in. Miller clears it. Held in there by Delgado. A little give and go action. Now Delgado tries to feed Andrews, but held by Piedra no matter how hard McGrail tries. Pearl City controlling on their back line as we approach the 80th minute here from our Marvin Owens Stadium in Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri. On the edge, Lamidi gets it back to Amoa. We've got ourselves a some sort of issue. Looks like might be in the books as offside as that flag went up. Either way, still in possession is John Amoa in his own box. Now, held by Youngerman back to Amoa. Currently a 1-0 lead. We've seen AFC Columbia become less and less aggressive as the second half rolls on, wanting to protect this lead and finish off their last home game with 3 points. Again, this Midwest Gateway Division battle is crucial as ever. Need 3 points the rest of the way if you're AFC. Delgado, the shot in, appears to have been deflected, and sure enough, will go in the books as a throw-in for AFC. AFC will need to win out, including beat Inferno, as long as hoping Inferno loses one of their last couple games outside of AFC. They will face off, I believe, against Pearl City twice in Iowa. They will either need to tie both games or lose at least one, and that is with AFC beating Inferno. Definitely unlikely, but it is still possible for this Columbia team. Now, right outside the box. Push back. Apaya, the cross. Can't find Andrews. Results in a goal kick. After the 4th of July break, AFC Columbia will be back on July 13th. That's Saturday, July 13th, on the road against Inferno in a potential battle for first place in the Gateway Division. Piedra Clears it to the midfield. One touch from Youngerman. Still lots of contact. Pearl City holds it. Now the shot in on Amoa. And that's in the goal. And just like that, the game is tied after a phenomenal shot from Andres Manjarres.
Goal, Pearl City.
That was from the half.
Who got it?
At least we got that on camera, though.
And a goal there in the 80th minute for
Goal for Pearl City in the
Pearl City to tie things. Now, AFC going to need to escape with the win. Going to need to apply more pressure here. Goodwin kicks it along to Delgado. Kicked out and held in for AFC. Never mind, that is switched over. Now, pushed in by Pearl City. Called a handball on AFC. Pearl City will continue to work through. Kicked in. One touch there from Miller to Lamidi. Got just under 10 minutes, barring stoppage time. Back to Miller. Now, Youngerman, cross in, one touched. Apaya challenging. Contact there, but Pearl City beats it. Backwards, Goodwin, one touch. Two touch. Now, dribbles past the defender, faces contact, pushes it into Andrews. Andrews to the midsection. Now Delgado puts a shot on, but Piedra able to collect it. Piedra. Goodwin trailing. As Wakefield along the near side, that ball heading towards us, and sure enough, it heads towards our stats guy up here on the edge of the box, and right towards our cameraman. But AFC Columbia now in the attacking zone once again, facing more contact and kept out. Gilmore. Holds onto it. Again, still not a huge pressing issue, but we are down to the final 10 minutes as that is held in the body, but no call. Pearl City gets it out. Contact off the chest of Knickschnick. Apaya outside the box, takes a shot in, deflected away, and it goes in as a corner kick. Great shot there from Apaya. Now we'll quickly work in Delgado taking the corner.
Corner kick, Columbia, up and insurance. Corner kick.
Now, in the 84th minute, Delgado, the push in, gets through everybody. Gaza Miller with a touch again, the shot, up and over, no touch. And Pearl City will have a goal kick.
Goal kick, Pearl City, Ray Hunt and Snyder, goal kick.
Now Piedra, totally content to kill a little bit of time here.
That foot, is that on the... I've got it thick now. Okay, that's what.
Now, towards the midfield, a through ball right on the edge. Miller looking to recover, and he does. Steals it away clean. Now, AFC Columbia may have numbers if they hurry. Knickschnick into the midfield. Now Delgado. Delgado pushes it back to Gilmore as they continue to gain numbers. Now into the midfield on plus territory. To the mid side. Goodwin, the only goal scorer for AFC. That's McGrail. Back to Gilmore. Andrews. Avoids pressure into the box. The shot just goes high for a Paya. And no touch. Piedra will have another goal kick.
Goal kick, Pearl City. Ray Hunt and Snyder goal kick.
As one of the players from Pearl City reapplying his shin guard. Now kicked out. Paya kicks it up and over. McGrail giving chase. Can't quite get to it. Another goal kick for Pearl City.
Goal kick, Pearl City. Ray Hunt and Snyder goal kick.
Now, along the near side, kick towards the middle. Wakefield with the touch. Wakefield chased by Konishnik. Wakefield getting by everybody. Forcing Youngerman to chase now into the middle. Contact, and that will be called a foul on Gaza Miller, and he will receive a yellow card and a prime opportunity for Pearl City right outside the box. Now that one held right outside the box. Number's a little hard to read, but it looks like it's Contlaza along with Keaton Johnson as potentials to take this. Excuse me, that, yeah, indeed. And Wakefield's also there. 4 in the line here, including Elliot Goodwin. Now this one appears to be taken by Keaton Johnson as he stands alone. Others in the box. Johnson kicks it up and over. Amoa will hurry, has the ball in his hands. Now gets it out. Gaza Miller quickly working. Now, Goodwin. Goodwin, touch. Goes, sends Gilmore. Gilmore, along the near side. Has it deflected away, but will stay with AFC as they continue to work. 88, just about shown on the clock there, and the big 88 flashes. Goodwin, the cross in. That one held by Piedra, as he will quickly get it out on the other side. Both teams working with pace. Pearl City, far side, one touch. Pass right to the midfield, kicks it in. Now, the cross ahead, Gilmore can't get a touch. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Amoa makes the save. Understands he has to work with time. Gaza Miller. Now, pushed ahead. Held Delgado. Now to Youngerman. Youngerman right outside the box. Youngerman with a touch. Right on the outside edge. Makes a defender fall. Now to the middle. Deflected away by Mitchell. A touch. And AFC Columbia with it. Just about at the 89th minute. As Tyson Konishnik is coming off for 27.
Coming on for Columbia, number 27, Sammy Gonzalez.
Sammy Gonzalez making
Substitute.
his first appearance into the game as we hit minute number 89. We are entering the dying minutes. A goal needed for AFC Columbia to stay ahead in the Gateway Division. Deflected away by Pearl City, and another throw-in for Elliot Goodwin. Goodwin tosses it in, right towards the edge. McGrail can't get a touch. Gilmore has it fade away. Miller, right on the edge of the box. Miller, the shot goes wide.
Goal kick, Pearl City. A Barry Hunt and Sniper goal kick.
And a goal kick here as we hit minute number 90, just waiting on stoppage time. Piedra sets it down in no rush. 3 minutes of stoppage time.
There will be a minimum of 3 minutes time added to the end
Now,
of the second half.
to the middle, Youngerman, an immediate touch. McGrail, another touch. Delgado, edge of the box. Delgado with space. Has it taken away to the midsection. Touched away by McGrail, and that will go in for Piedra. It's Piedra in absolutely no rush. As just about the first minute of stoppage has gone by. That's how quickly time can fade away in these games. Now Piedra kicks it out. Nobody touches it. Now Miller turns it away. Wakefield has space. Has that taken away. Good touch there by Gilmore. But that one pushed back towards Youngerman. Youngerman with potential. Now Apaya. Apaya towards the edge of the box. Apaya feeds it in. Nobody home. Apaya on the edge. Kicks it in. Delgado. Delgado trying to find space. Can't find any. Now Goodwin. Cross. Touched away. And offsides is the call. 91-35. As that one skips towards Piedra. As he collects. Time just continuing to seep away in this match. Piedra. The clear. Good touch there from Goodwin. Delgado pushes it ahead to the midsection. Andrews. Andrews right on the edge of the box. Needs to make a move. Needs to make a move fast. 92nd minute. Might get one final rush. Contact. Andrews keeps it. Cross it in. And that one will just miss outside. One final rush here as we hit 92-30. Left in this contest. So far, AFC had several decent chances, but still no major shots on goal. Piedra gonna clear out his squad as we've just about hit the 93rd minute. Got a feeling the ref's gonna let at least one chance go for both these teams. Now the kick in. And have to work fast if you're AFC. Touched away by Youngerman. Touched on the other side. Amoa outside the box. Now is chased. And the ref is going to blow it. And that will do it. A tie game between AFC Columbia and the visiting Pearl City. The two will share points, but AFC Columbia now with the tie holds sole spot of second place and still have a top tier matchup against both Inferno and AX. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your support.
St. Louis Ajax. You can keep track of everything going on with the
And
team on social media at AFC Columbia.
thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your support all season.